couple of things I wanted to talk to you about. I know it's kind of quiet in June for the NFL, but I was wondering when Sean McDermott got his contract extension, the first thing I thought was, this is a guy who could get fired if they don't go to the AFC title game, it feels like this year. Am I making more out of this with Sean McDermott than I should be?
I think that those extensions, which really were done, from my understanding, quite a while ago, it wasn't something that just happened after the Stephon Diggs thing. This were, a lot of times they want to get the GM and the head coach done at the same time. So if one contract's done early, they don't announce anything until you get later on to the offseason. With Sean McDermott and the Bills, I think that there's a lot of the national narrative seems to be missing the circumstances of last season. I mean, they've built a stable program in a place that did not have a winning culture for a long time previous to that. You go back to the end of October last season, the Bills are 6-1. They had beaten the Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium. From that point forward, the following week, first week of November, Josh Allen messes up his elbow, and he was not right for months. He was wearing a brace for a while. That altered his mechanics. He finally shed it toward the end of the year and was throwing the ball again, but he really had to work through it. It was a significant injury. Von Miller tears his ACL. You had the game that was moved at the last minute to Detroit. That was one of their home games. They played 3 games away from home in a 12-day span. You had the DeMar Hamlin situation that right before the beginning of the playoffs, because that was, I believe, a week 17 game, and that upended everything, created all these different questions. And of course, also, I mean, the Bills are the first team in modern NFL history that had to watch one of their teammates literally die on the field and come back to life. And there were other circumstances throughout the course of the season. You go back to training camp, Dalton Knox's brother tragically passed away. Kim Pagula, the owner, had a heart condition. She has not returned to the team, and she was really omnipresent with that building. Listen, everybody's got adversity. Everybody's got injuries. But the number of things that happened to the Bills, particularly in the second half of this season, I don't think should be discounted because, mentally, physically, emotionally, it really did take a toll on that team. You're hoping now, if you're on Josh Allen's going to have a healthy elbow, and they're going to be not have any type of tragedies happen to them through the course of the season, maybe this team's going to be pretty good. I do not get the sense at all that Sean McDermott is on the hot seat in Buffalo. Obviously, there's a lot of different things that can happen, but I think that you have to take the context of last season with, when you're talking about evaluating the future in Buffalo.